My name is Pauline B, and I am one of the trainers for Awareness in Action. The Awareness in Action training is a training to teach people with disability how to recognize, respond, and report abuse. The training was developed by self-advocates, for self-advocates, with professional people, called building partnerships and everything like that.
Is it helpful to have a counselor from a rape crisis center be available for the audience?
I believe to have a counselor at the rape crisis center and everything like that, it is very important and everything like that to have them there, because it makes us as trainers feel relaxed, but it also makes some of the people that go, some of the self-advocates that go to the training, to feel a little relaxed too, knowing that there's somebody there that is from a rape crisis center.
Important is it to connect survivors of sexual abuse to programs like rape crisis centers?
It is very important and everything like that, because people with disability are abused more than anybody else and everything like that, more than senior citizens, more than college people and everything like that, because people with disability cannot speak up about their feelings and their emotions, because they don't know what they feel or how they feel and everything like that. So
one of the questions from earlier that she wanted to talk about was the history of how Awareness in Action was developed and what your role was.
The Awareness in Action history was developed about it's been almost nine years at least, I think maybe 9-10 years, and it was developed to teach people with disability of how to recognize, respond, and report abuse. Massachusetts was the first state in the country to do this kind of training and everything like that. It took us almost 3.5 to 4 years to come up with the training program and everything like that. So, but it was a lot of work, and it was well worth it and everything like that, because abusive people calling DPPC with disability have gone. The abuse rate has gone down a little bit and everything like that, because people are calling about abuse and everything like that, and letting them know that they've been abused and everything like that. So it's helping and everything like that. So.
Is there more you would like to see happen with the Mass and Pathways team, especially in terms of the A&A trainings as well as the OVW grant?
Mass hires the employees to do the training, so they do the they hire self-advocacy or people with disability to do the training and everything like that. They also we have a good connection with Pathways for Change in Worcester and everything like that. And what was the question again?
Is there more you'd like to see happen between Mass and Pathways? Are there ways they could help each other more in the future?
Probably working on communication, and that's where the OVW grant comes in. That we're working on a project to kind of communicate and connect with other agencies for people with disability and everything like that have gone through trauma, sexual abuse, whatever like that. So and I think it's going to be a really good, interesting new project that's going to happen and everything like that.
Tell us about Rainbow Support Groups.
Rainbow Support Group will be celebrating its 15th year next year, next October. I am the founder and the coordinator of the group, The Rainbow Support Group is a group for people that identify as either gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, or have questions about sex and romance that they cannot ask another, that they might be afraid to ask their staff or their support people or everything like that. They can come to the group and ask those questions. The Rainbow Support Group has probably about 6, maybe 7 support groups throughout the state, give or take. So we're working on new groups and everything like that, and I'm always doing events, trainings. I do staff training, I do agency support, I do start new groups and everything like that.
So you'd like to share about A&A or Rainbow Support Groups?
A&A has been really good and really helpful for me and everything like that, because it's really opened my doors, opened the doors to other things that I've done with mass and everything like that, and it's helped me with Rainbow and everything like that, because that's one reason why I wanted to join A&A, to kind of bring it into Rainbow a little bit, and to be able to talk to people that might have been abused in Rainbow and everything like that.
So collaborating or combining your resources with rape crisis centers is a good tool.
It's a good tool and everything like that.
And you're teaching the rape crisis centers how to best communicate with people with disabilities.
And I know this conference that this video is going to be shown at is for people that have offended and everything like that. And I just wanted to just say a couple little things that you guys probably heard all the words, like stop, don't do it, and everything like that. I said that anyway, but I just wanted to let you know that that everybody makes mistakes in their lives, and everybody should learn from their mistakes and move on and do better and everything like that, because there's no one in the world that can say they're perfect and they don't make mistakes, because everybody in the world makes mistakes, and it might be a little mistake and everything like that. And I just think that if you're positive, that you think you can, hope you can change for the better and everything like that, then work on that and everything like that. So,
Thank you.